hi. I know. Where have I been? I know. It's bright in here, isn't it? Like my new flag in the back. Isn't that cool? Yeah. That's for the mountain moon. Gotta like it. Yeah, I just bleached all the dark out of my hair. It's been a couple days. I missed some of my roots there. But it took a long time to get that black color out, the dark brown and black. But I still have another, what do you call it? I gotta do it again, right? Hi. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the channel. I'm Hammy. If you're new here, come on in, have a sit down and relax and get ready to laugh or get mad or whatever. Whatever floats your boat, right? Because with me, I never think about what I say before I say it, and it tends to offend a lot of people, but makes a lot of people laugh too. So it makes me laugh because I don't give a hot diggity what comes out of my mouth. I like to be just as surprised as everybody else. So, anyways, it's we just had a major snowstorm, and I am not kidding. It was like outside, out of my patio, out on the deck out here. There was absolutely no snow, nothing. It was bare. I was waiting for it to dry. Got a brand new can of port stain, trying to protect the wood. So me and my fat butt go out there. We don't sink through and hit the little roof underneath, because there's a storage shed underneath. All right. But no, we got hit with a storm. I live in Ontario, and we got hit with a storm last night, and it snowed until early this morning. And I kid you not, we got over 2 feet of snow. And it's like, come on, it's April. It's almost Easter. You can't hide Easter eggs in the snow because the last time we did that, the kids didn't find them until July because the snow buried them all. And then when it melted, all the grass, the long grass and stuff, kind of flopped over again. And so yeah, that's not happening this year. So I just wanted to do a check in with everybody. And what I was saying about my hair is I have to go do another go at it to bleach out the rest of it because you can see it's still pretty red at the back. I don't know, can you see that? So I figure one more go, but I gotta let it rest for at least a week. And my second coat of paint. And then after that, I let it rest again for about a week, and then I actually add blonde hair color to it. Now I don't know why my light's flicking on and off and doing all that, whatever it is. So, but I just wanted to check in with you. Finn the puppy, he's doing really well. He has probably put on about 10 pounds, so I'm real happy. You could feel the bones at his hips, when he's standing there, and up his spine when we got him, but you can't feel that anymore. So, and I'm constantly spoiling him. Just hang on, reach into my pocket. I walk around with dog cookies in my pocket all the time now. So if you ever see me in public being chased by a pack of dogs, just remind me, Hammy, drop the cookies, and I'll drop the cookies and make it to the car. But oh, there he is right there. Say hi, buddy. How you doing? You want to say cookie? You want a cookie? Oh, look at you get a cookie. I don't know if y'all can see him. Hang on. Pull that. There he is. Say hi, buddy. Mama, you're smoking. Well, that's why I'm up here with the door open. See, look at how well he's doing. Look, he's getting all fat and chubby. He's happy. He poops like a grizzly bear, I'm telling you. And his best friend is little Arya. So the other cats don't really want to get along with Arya too much because she's really excitable, and that sets them on edge. Right? All right, you go play. That sets them on edge. So I got one Minter pause, because apparently she's going through her Minter pause, and she has been since the day I got her. But she's a real growler. Now she's fat, really fat. And every time the baby gets near her, she's just miserable as can be, right? So, what am I supposed to do? Except keep them separated. So, poor baby there. She's just now, just this last week, she started going downstairs on her own, not waiting for me, going down on her own. And she's getting along pretty good with most of them, right? And it's only a matter of time. So she's been separated. I've had her about 6 months now. And they usually do the growly at the door and reaching under the door and, grab ass and whatnot, right? Then there's always that little kind of thing. But this is taking the longest out of everybody. And it's just because they're insecure. That's all it is. So if your cats are not warming up to another cat, it's one of the cat's energy is probably a little bit hyper. All right, so you just got to keep it calm. Now, people are surprised I have 6 cats and I'm not having a problem with Finn whatsoever with the cats. He knows about the claws. He's already found that out kind of like the hard way, and I kind of felt sorry for him. But I told him, don't stick your nose in her butt. No girl likes somebody sniffing up her butt. She's going to turn around, she's going to slap you. So that was fine. He learned. So he doesn't do that anymore. Now, Dooley seems to think that he's a dog because he wants to get right in on the food, and that's a no no. I try to keep him separated from it. So now I literally have to take a bowl, right, and just put like three little dog crunchies in it and set that off to the side. But when I make Finn's dinner, Finn gets that. It's like a chicken loaf. You can buy it. It looks like a big roll of bologna. It's about that long, right? You cut off slices. So what I do is I cut that off. I put it in a pot with some just a little bit of water. All right. I mix that all up. Sometimes if we have gravy or whatever we had for dinner that has that extra flavor, be it like lasagna or something, chop it up real fine, put it in there, and suddenly he thinks, "Oh, I'm getting people food." But it's basically a teaspoon. It's just to flavor the water that I warm up his what I call his bologna loaf in, right? But it's not bologna. No, it's something gritty in it because when I try to cut it with the scissors, you can feel it. So it's probably like lips and arseholes and everything. A couple carrots thrown in there. Mm. But he likes that. So when I make that for him, well, Dooley's got to be right there. He's like, no, you can't feed him, not feed me. So I give Dooley a little piece of the loaf, and he's got to have the warm water. And then the crunchies soften up. And I don't advise and I don't recommend giving cats dog food because the cat food, the crunchies, it has something in it, ash or something. But it's to I don't know what it does. But anyways, you should not feed your cat dog food because it's not made the same. It's not balanced the same. But I figure a couple crunchies, and the crunchies are only just the little ones because he's still on the puppy food, right? So, anyways, that started making them friends, and it's time for hot dog, and I call it the Toulouse, like this, right? It was just kind of like gives them the toots. But I don't want to be standing out my yard. Come in the house and get the toots. So it's come in the house and get Toulouse. All right. So, anyways, I give him that, and there's Dooley. Dooley wants his couple little chunks off a hot dog, raw hot dog, and put that in his bowl. Well, now Arya's doing it. Right now, she's like, "Well, I want some," so I got to keep a little Ziploc baggie of just the cat food because these two are becoming such great friends. And like I say, like, now that he's past the cat chainsawing him all the time, all right. Well, now they want to eat together. So six cats and a dog, and two of the cats are best buddies with him, and that's awesome because Arya just loves it. She'll share her toys with them. She shares the sofa up here with them. She curls up with them. They go to sleep. She'll sleep up on the back right here. She'll lay up there and he'll lay on the couch. And then, while he's sleeping, she'll reach down and pat at him, but she's not using her claws. So, anyways, that's the update. He's doing great. Everybody's getting along. I'm going into my summer look. Can't wait. Um, I did lose my hay barn, unfortunately, because of the snow, that big brown shed. I don't know if I told you all that, but the ice was about that thick on the roof, and it's flat roof, and I couldn't scrape it off for love nor money because I can't climb up on it, so I have to use a ladder and a snow rake, and I didn't want to use the shovel because it's covered in plastic because it's just a nice fishing shack. It's put together in four panels, 8 by whatever sheets of particle board, right? So it's put together like that, and I just covered it in plastic just to try to save it as long as I could. Well, no, it all come down in the corner, right in the middle panel. If you're looking at this panel right here, up here in the ceiling, see that spot right there? Well, inside the hay barn, that's where it folded down from the weight, but that's in the cross section right at the middle. Does that make sense to you? All right, if you got four panels, one, two, 3 and 4. Well, it happened on the inside. So now every time it rains and snows and whatnot, it just comes down. Thankfully, the hay tent is doing awesome, and I've got 3,000 pounds of hay in that tent, nice and dry. It's all aired out. It's beautiful. No worries there. But we're going to be tearing that down. So that's a project for the spring. Our logging truck came in. and came in with the neighbor too. And we got the entire logging truck. This time they didn't cut the logs in half, so that we only had half lengths. We had full lengths. And it took the boys about 3.5 weeks, every single day, all day, bucking all that up, splitting it. So all my firewood's done already. So I'm just waiting to stack it up and let it start air drying. And then we get all this snow. Here, I'll show you how much snow we got. This is not funny. I'm not impressed. I'm in my pajamas because it's a snow day. Let's look out the window. Here we go. Can y'all see that? Okay. Look at how deep that is. I felt bad for Finn this morning and let him out to go for a pee. His pecker was in the snow. That's how deep it is. And he's actually growing into his size as it is, right? Like his head still looks a little bit small for his body. His legs are getting super long. He's gonna be a big boy. But yeah, he went out into the snow. It's up to my knees. And that's just overnight. And there was nothing. And I promise you, and I swear to the Lord, there was no snow on that deck yesterday. Absolutely none. And that's how much we've got. And it's like wow, that's got to be like 2 feet of snow. That's just crazy. That's crazy. But in like a lion, out like a lamb, bull hooky. It's the other way around this year. It's like going out like a lion. I guess, spring is just like, I'm coming, just wait for me, hang on. Mother Nature, hey, hang on a second, hold my beer. She wanted to show us something. So, anyways, that's what's going on with the weather. And I know I haven't been around much, but I had to deal with some personal issues. So, and I'm going to put something out there because I haven't been online, but I've been watching. Yeah, you know how I get, right? Especially if somebody bad mouthing me. Well, there's a particular gentleman out on the East Coast who I tried to befriend, and I tried to give him some advice on some of the things that he was doing pertaining to his hunting habits and his dispatching habits and his licensing habits and his pew pew safety, things like that. Well, apparently he got pissed off about that, didn't like it. It's like, this isn't my personal opinion. I sent him actual documentation because I didn't want to see him get in trouble because he's bragging about it all over YouTube. So then he unsubscribed me. I was like, okay, fine. But then he resubscribed. And then he unsubscribed again. Then he went to a couple gentlemen out in Idaho who are the ones that sent me to check him out in the first place. All right. You know, he starts whining to them that, oh, this girl's being mean to me. She's saying what I'm doing is illegal. And it's like, yeah, dummy, it is illegal because you live in Canada. The laws are not the same in Canada as they are in the United States. I've spent my whole life dealing with animals, the care of animals, taking care of them, making sure that they're protected, that species that are protected stay protected. I mean, we have to. People have to, somebody has to stand up for them. If you're not ethical in what you're doing, or you're not being responsible as firearm owner and just leaving it stuck in your boot at your door while you leave the premises, like, no, you can't do that. Sorry, buddy, you can't do that. You're going to have a whole world of crap come down on your head, not because of me, but because you're bragging about it all over YouTube. So, anyways, I tried to, like help them out here. Look, these are the regulations. This is this and that and everything else. If you're going to put your life out there in public, you got to make sure that you are following proper protocol, or somebody is going to nail you to the wall, and you are going to have some major heartache, right? Not hard ass, but heartache. But he might be a hard ass because he didn't want to listen. So, anyways, he went to these other channels of these gentlemen, the Idaho boys that I truly admire. I love the way they do things. The one cowboy, he's a trapper. He does it all right. He does it all proper and good for him, right? I mean, if you can do that and live on, be a sustenance hunter, kudos, because that's really hard to do. You're using your furs for whatever, clothing, things like that, or selling them in the fur market. Good for you, but you're following the rules. um so this other fella, anyways, he just acting a tomfool big time. And then he started bad mouthing me to them because I heard them say, "Oh, well, I might get targeted because woke people." Trust me, I am far from woke. Oh my gosh, I'm so grounded. It's not even funny. I'm weird, but I'm not woke. So anyway, so for this cabin fever guy, I no longer support his channel because he plays too many games. He just does too many things, and whatever. You don't want to be my friend? Well, fuck yeah, I don't care. Don't be my friend. I'm just trying to keep you out of trouble because you're Canadian, and that's what I do. I deal with people like you. Like, and I'm not doing it. No, forget it. So if you don't want to be my friend, that's fine. Do whatever. Go ahead, brag it all out. Do whatever. You can't fix stupid. All you can do is try to give it a little bit of advice. And then it's supposed to be a grown man, and he wants to go whine to somebody that some woman's being mean to him. No, I'm not. I'm just showing you the rules and the regulations that are current, so that you don't say, you think that it's just your subscribers watching. I tried to tell them, dude, people watch from all over the world, right? They're all watching. So if you want to do something stupid like that, uh, that'd be like calling the cops and say that somebody stole your dope. Whatever, you know, be stupid. Can't fix stupid. So, anyways, I haven't been on. I've just been sitting back and watching and just laughing at this person making a fool of himself. But he's not gonna make a fool out of me. So, but what he could do is probably return the medallion that I sent, because that was my mom's, right? I sent him a medallion. I mean, it's up to him if he doesn't want to. Okay, that's fine. It was sent to him in love and friendship and good faith, but he just totally just started running me down. And how do I know this? Because I watch the other channels and it gets mentioned. So, not everybody you think is your friend, buddy. Some of them might be my friends too. So, anyways, enough about that. I've just been taking care of the farm. Angelina's doing good. She's fat. Oh my gosh, she got fat this year. Yeah, so she's doing okay. The home didn't work out for her, so I still have her. But I'm hoping that maybe the dog and her will get along because she's lonely, right? So I'm hoping that the puppy and her will get along. And I got out to camp yesterday. I didn't do anything. Only three pieces of tin that I had leaned up. It was just leaned up against a log that I'd put there, and I'd shove some wood and some plastic and, just to get things out of the weather. Only three pieces of tin that weren't fastened. They're about 12 feet long. They just blew over this way. That little shack that I made out of sticks and string is still standing up better than um, a canvas tent that has the aluminum poles that you can use it for storage. They've got bigger ones like my hay tent that you can park a truck in. This one's big enough to probably put a couple riding lawnmowers in it. And we call it the Biffy because we used to keep the potty in there for company, so the girls had a place to go pee. But it's just got my truck seat in there and a bed frame, things like that, things that I'm gonna burn. So it finally gave up the ghost. The whole canvas collapsed. The frame is still good, so we're gonna use that at camp. The greenhouse is still down because I never did put that back up. So I lost the greenhouse last year. I lost the Biffy tent this year. The wooden hay barn, the ceiling started to collapse, but there's no good hay in it anymore. Just my garden stuff, and it's all getting soaking wet, filled up with water, and a couple old chairs from a dining room set that I tucked in there, which I don't know if I can save them, but we'll find out. Might have to reupholster them, sand them down, paint them up, make them, farmyard or farmhouse art. Who knows? So I lost that. But I got all my firewood in. Um, the like I say, the little shack I built out of twigs. My husband says out of twigs and bark and string. It stayed up 2 years now. It stayed up. But the stuff that we bought from the store that comes in a kit and you're supposed to use 1x2s and 2x4s and everything, it totally collapsed. Things with aluminum frame totally ripped up and collapsed. I go out there half snorkeled, about six pack in, I'm about six in from a 12. Go out there and build a little fort and some old tin, not using any nails. I'm using binder twine. That stupid thing is still up. So I'm gonna try and get out there this year and I'm gonna take the dog out and see if he likes it. So I think that'll be really fun. We'll have a lot of fun with that. But anyways, that's all I got for you. So I appreciate you coming and sitting on the couch with me, having a beverage, smoke a cigarette, do whatever you got to do. I don't judge people, right? If If I know the rules, I'll tell you the rules, right? Just so you don't go to prison. And that's all I was trying to do with this other channel. But he wanted to shun me and scorn me and badmouth me and everything else when he's totally in the wrong. And he's probably going to see this video and go and take down all his videos where it's like, why am I getting in trouble for that? There's reasons that you're supposed to put your pews in a big steel box. You can't just leave them in your boot by your door. They'll get after you for that. Um, if you're hunting without a license, they call that poaching. Yeah, you'll get in trouble for that. Ethically, you should probably dispatch them, humanely with something quick and loud, so they never see it coming. Not Yeah, because I'm pretty sure your YouTube viewers don't want to see that or even think that that's what you're doing. But anyways, that's what he got pissed off about. So, to each their own. Do what you want to do. If you want to be stupid, be stupid. But anyways, to my Idaho boys, I love you. Absolutely love what you're doing. All right. I really do. Them grandbabies of yours are having a lot of fun because, it's rusty gold. I love that. I love that. I'd like to see them get in there and start building their little woodland fort. I think that'd be really cool to see that again. And I hope the baby girl, when she got hit with the potting table there, when she stepped in the hole, we send blessings her way because that was a nasty hit. That really was. You could just see that that must have hurt bad. So my heart goes out to her, and I hope she gets well soon and heals up and can actually see again a little bit better. So, and love to the missus and beautiful dogs, beautiful family, and to the other fella out there with the horse and the mule and dealing with the fairgrounds. I just totally admire what you do, the way you do it, everything about you, you and him, my two Idaho friends. I look up to you. I really do. And I just hope you guys are just happy and healthy and be safe up on that mountain. All right. God bless you all. You have yourselves a wonderful day. And thanks for coming to hang out with me. And I'm alive and kicking. I've just been really busy doing stuff. So I didn't take any video of it. It just seemed easier just to get shit done. Than trying to stop, make a shot. It's like we just don't have time for that. So all right, so I am back, but I won't be posting as much as I normally do until I get a break because that puppy makes me run my arse off. I'm telling you, back and forth, and don't eat that, spit that out. All the neighbors hear that. What is she doing? Come back here, spit it out. He won't let me catch him if he grabs something he's not supposed to have, right? He's like, give me that. But he's working out really well, and I'm truly blessed that we got the call to come and rescue him. So if you want to see another really touching video, go check out Girl in the Woods. She just rescued a corgi mama and three puppies from an Amish puppy mill, and my heart just started to swell up so much. It's like, now I want a corgi. I love Brooke and Dave; they're wonderful. And Dave has his channel is Bush Radical, and then he has another one. Oh, I can't even remember the name of it now. Dang it! I think it's just his name, Dave Whipple. But he can give you really good advice on how to get your channel up and make it a success. And so I told him my channel has been crap for so long. So sometimes I feel like he's actually telling me, okay, don't do this, do it this way. But it's free advice. And he's really good at what he does. I mean, he's got over 1 million subscribers. The guy knows his shit, right? Brooke, she's my angel. She is my absolute angel, and they just recently lost their collie, Maisie Daisy, and I cried. I cried for days. I couldn't even watch. I couldn't watch the 12 years of camping with Maisie Daisy. It hurt so much. And then Finn came, and that brought me out of it. And then to see her rescue those puppies and that mama. There's a daddy still there, and she's gonna put a video out. But I think that daddy needs a home too, the daddy corgi, because they're kept in a barn with no daylight, no exercise, no nothing. And at least she got them all out. And little Moose, her cowboy corgi, oh my god, Moose was just like, "You got me a woman, I'm ready-made family, right?" And he was just like, "What the hell are those?" Because puppies are only this big, right? This is so cute. Anyways, go check out Girl in the Woods. That she just rescued a whole bunch of puppies, and tell her Hammy sent you from Mountain Moon Adventures, okay? And then go check out Dave if you want to learn how to get your channel going from a normal person's point of view. You don't need all this fancy stuff, and he just tell you just Sometimes he sounds like the angry grandpa or the angry uncle, but he's not. He's not. He's funny as all get out, right? He'll just tell you the truth of it and just say, well, you want to work smarter or you want to work harder? Or do you want to do the job right the first time or do you want to make time to do it again? So I just love those folks. So, anyways, tell him Hammy sent you and to my Idaho boys. All right. God bless you. And trust me, bye. I'm not woke. I'm far from it. I just thought that was funny. She's picking on me. She must be woke. No, I'm not woke. Oh my God. I'm wide awake and I'm weird, but I'm not woke. All right. Teach their own, anyways. Who am I to judge, right? So if you ever need somebody to tell you the truth, just drop your problems on me. I'll tell you the truth, how I would do it. And it's just personally my own personal opinion. Okay, I'm not an expert on nothing, but if I can come up with paperwork to show you that, look, I'm not lying. I'm not just yanking on your chain and just kicking you in the ass. This is actually how it is, and this is the consequences of it. And I'm trying to help you not have to get into that situation. Well, of course I'm gonna do it. That's what friends do, right? We warn each other. We look out for each other. But he didn't want to be my friend, so. All right, anyways, I gotta go. I'll talk to y'all later. God bless you. Have a beautiful day. Keep your moonshine on. It's okay to dress up. It's okay to dress down. It's okay to make changes. And that's how we grow. All right, we'll talk to you all later. You guys have a fabulous day. And thank you for coming to hang out with me. That is such a cool new flag. I love it. Oh, bye now.